I found 10 absolutely ridiculous Android launchers that I think are exactly the kind of thing that you would need in 2022. Starting right up with Nova Launcher. So the thing that I like about the Nova Launcher is it is a simplistic yet a super cool looking launcher, and it does have a lot of features to tweak around with. And this is especially good for old smartphones such as this one running Android 4.4.2. And this one actually works really well because the pre-installed home screen that I had on this one was actually pretty weird, and not that good. And like it would have been usable at the time we got it, but now it doesn't feel that much usable. So next up we have the Apex Launcher Classic, and unlike the Nova Launcher, this didn't have a much of a setup process, and like the Nova Launcher, this one is actually pretty simple looking, pretty simple, like kind of like what the name might describe. This is just a classic launcher, but it looks pretty cool. So for the our little old smartphones which do support the Apex Launcher Classic, this might be a really good choice because this is a really good one, and I think it definitely looks better than the Nova Launcher. But wait until you see the number one on the list. And the Apex Launcher Classic does have a lot of settings to play around with. Just like the Apex Launcher Classic, we have the Apex Launcher on number 8. So this one hasn't been set as the default home on my device not yet, and that's why it asked that thing. And it does look similar to the Apex Launcher Classic, but I think it's definitely better than that. And yeah, these two are from the same publisher, and these two are pretty much almost the same. I think the main difference comes in this, like this app drawer. And the Apex Launcher does have a lot of settings to play around with as well. Okay, so next up we have the Jarvis Assistant Launcher, which is probably based on Iron Man, and it does look like a something that came right out of a science fiction movie or a movie related to hacking. Maybe it does give us that hacker feel, and we have this keyboard over here with which we can like search something like maybe, and let's go. It has opened up a window to Google. So this one is actually a little pretty much usable, and it is very useful at times because you have the Google Reddit, your home screen, but it isn't that useful at the same time, I guess. And it does have a lot of cool looks, and it does feel a little too complex, but I think a lot of Iron Man lovers would like this one. Next up, kind of like the Jarvis Assistant Launcher, we have Arc Launcher on number 6. And this one's also probably themed on Iron Man. We have a lot of features in this one as well. And we have like a flashlight feature with a cool GUI, and we have a not so good AI. Hi. It does look good. Hi. Just that it doesn't work that well. Even if it can't respond to such a simple message as a hi, it can actually open apps, open calculator. It's done. And I don't know if there is more features to this, but I think this is the only feature in that voice assistant. And we do have a lot of apps, we can scroll through them, and it looks very cool. I think it looks way better than the previous one, which looked a lot complex. And this one is actually much better than that I guess. And we do get a lot of features to tweak around in this one as well. So now we're in the top 5, and first up in the top 5 we have the Poco Launcher. So if you are using the smartphone of any other company other than Xiaomi, say Samsung, then and if you want to make your phone look like a Xiaomi device, then you should consider downloading this, because this does make your device feel a little like the Xiaomi devices. And this one's actually pretty cool. Look at that rocket over there. And we do have a lot of settings to tweak around in this one as well. Okay, so on top 4 we have the I don't know, launcher. And this one actually lets you select your favorite apps, and those are the ones that are first going to appear on your screen. And you can view your rest of the apps by just going over here and kind of like playing around with it. This is actually a very fun launcher to use, and this thing it's super cool. And you can like go and search with this one as well. But that's cool. But wait until you see the number 1 on my list. So next up on the number 3, so we're now in the top 3, we have the Microsoft Launcher, or maybe MS Launcher, right from Microsoft. And this one I think is a really cool launcher, and one of the features that I like a lot about this one is this landscape mode. And we have a lot of other cool features as well, like this thing, a mini quick access app drawer maybe, and a whole app drawer if we do like this, and a search bar, and you can like use it in a landscape mode as well. We have all those apps, we have drawer, the quick access app drawer maybe. And so this one I think is particularly good for tablets. So next up on the list we have the computer launcher, and the reason why it reached till here is it imitates the Windows really well, and I think that's the whole point of this. And it even has this user and this PC, which is awesome. And we do have this ad over here, and this one's also an ad I guess. And we do have a recycle bin as well, and we have this Windows key. We can search like an app, and I've searched YouTube, Ute actually. And thinking of it, you can actually subscribe to my channel, put in the comment box that I subscribe through the YouTube app or the YouTube website. And this also does have the landscape mode feature. Okay, so now we're in the number 1, and we have the smart laundry tab. And this one just looks absolutely cool. And look at that wallpaper with those bubbles or something. It looks super premium. And we have like this one, we get it sorted. And I think this looks the best of all of those which I showed till now in this video, and that's the reason it is the number 1. And it looks super cool, super awesome. And we have this smart search over here. Altogether I really like this one, and it also has the landscape mode in it, which is great. And so altogether this launcher is the absolute number 1 on my list. Which one was your favorite? Mine was this. So say that in the comment section below, and I guess that'd be it. So that was fun. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Put in the comment box that I subscribe, and in the next video, goodbye.